Hey, Doc Testa here, Chief Health and Wellness Consultant with Pine Pollen Superfoods and Train for Longevity. We got a question in earlier this week about something that some men are concerned about, and it's man boobs. And so I want to talk about that. What is that? How does that happen? How do you get rid of it? So largely we see this in men who become overweight and they get a lot of fat, right? Belly fat, just body fat. And that can happen from just poor diet, too many carbohydrates. Really, I see man boobs a lot in people who drink sodas. All that sugar is just ends up getting stored as fat. And it can, become self-perpetuating because here's what happens. Fat produces an enzyme called aromatase. And aromatase converts testosterone, right? Typically the male hormone high in men up into a certain point, and converts testosterone to estrogen. Now you start to have more circulating estrogen throughout the body, and the body starts to store fat in different places. And where is that, right? In the breasts, as in women, and in the butt. And so we've probably seen men who have both those going on, and it's a result of, again, starting out with a poor diet that stores fat in the body, and then the fat starts to convert testosterone to estrogen. So a couple things you can do about reversing that and sort of addressing that in your life is, one, start eating better. Start eating maybe something like a low carb, high fat diet, something maybe more ketogenic, maybe more paleo type diet, but basically reducing the amount of carbohydrates going in and stopping that storing process. Something else that's very beneficial is intermittent fasting and going a minimum of 12 hours, and depending on your health, and consult with a doctor before you start doing this, up to 16 hours or 18 hours a day, because when we're not feeding ourselves, our body starts to look for fuel in other sources. And where does it go? It goes to that stored energy, which is fat, and we'll start burning fat for fuel. Even longer fasts, again, consult your doctor with this, a 24-hour fast, a 36-hour fast, a 48-hour fast, a 3-day, a 5-day fast. And that's what the body will end up doing, going into deep ketosis and burning fat as fuel. And you can start out, I encourage a crawl, walk, run approach to this. Don't just jump right into it. Consult a doctor. Make sure you're not on medications that are going to cause you to crash. Diabetic medications, sometimes blood pressure medications. Consult a doctor before you do this. Other ways of excreting excess estrogen is using a nutritional supplement called DIM. It's diindole methane. It's a precursor of cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, garlic, and this helps express and excrete excess estrogen that's circulating throughout the body. Also something very beneficial. Also, you know what? Exercise. Exercise, right? You got to get the metabolism increased. And if it's possible to exercise, mild to moderate exercise in a fasted state, your body's going to tend to want to burn more fuel as well. So important things. Now also, listen, testosterone decreases with bad sleep. So you've got to get 7 to 8 hours of really quality sleep. And I think we've talked about this before in other videos. I'll do it again in another, but that's a whole subject in and of itself. Every time you get a poor night's sleep, especially over a prolonged period, it can reduce your testosterone to what looks like 10 years older. So poor sleep is another contributing factor here. And then we want to stop putting in things that are estrogen-like, like flaxseed meal. It's not estrogen-like, except it binds in estrogen receptor sites. And that's great if you're a perimenopausal or menopausal woman. But as a man, it's not really ideal to stimulate those estrogen receptors. Same with chia seeds. Dairy, milk, right? The cow is in estrus and is lactating and has extra estrogen circulating that's going to get in the milk and in cheeses and really concentrated in cheeses. So you may want to reduce or restrict dairy as well. And then our environment is loaded with this sort of stuff as well. Plastics, what are called xenoestrogens, plastics and pollutants. And so if it's possible to not heat things up in plastic or store things in plastic or drink out of plastic, you'll do yourself a lot of good by working more out of glass or stainless steel. So I hope these things help. These are real, can become real problems for men and a source of self-esteem issues and sexual performance and confidence. I get it. And so these tools are very beneficial. Look, you can't buy a black belt. No one can do this work for you. And if you need help, you can reach out to us. We've got some coaching programs to help. Consult with your before you start any of this. But this is something that's in your grasp. You can do this, and we're glad to help and support you. I hope you found this video valuable. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more valuable videos like this, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.